Fit like a bee, Danny Min here, and welcome back to another episode of Train Life. We are hanging around just outside Paris, Maine. We're going to go and do a route on the GPS, and then we're going to go to Paris, Maine, pick up some people, and then we're going to head off towards London. So let's go into the route planner. So yeah, Paris, Maine is first, Rouen, Maine, and then London. Now, that's all good. That is applied to GPS. Confirm. That's going to be just fine. What we need to do is go to Paris, Maine, 3 services, 3 passenger boarding, and we are good to go. Now, this wants me to stay on the right-hand side, but we'll see what it does, because once we cross these little dwarf signals here, it might change, and we just have to keep an eye out for it. No, it wants me to stay on the right. Okay, right, so let's head into Paris, Maine. Hopefully there will be people there, and then we're basically going to do the Eurostar route. We're going to head along the sort of west coast of France, which I'm not sure if it actually does. I did actually build the Eurostar route in an episode of NIMBY Rails many moons ago, but I can't remember the route it actually takes. Which way are we going? Left? You want me to head into the left? I can see my V. We are heading in the right direction. It actually rendered in there, like, really nicely. Or I think it's because the background against the glass, it was easier to see. I think this is the platform we just went into when we were coming from Brussels, so that's fine. At least we know we can get there. I was worried it was going to be on that far left hand side, because I don't think we would have been able to get there, but it looks like maybe on the far left, far right hand side there might be through tracks, so you can sort of head on to the south. That could be a thing. That's what it kind of looks like. That's what it looks like in some of the other stations. Right, hold on. I need to make sure the train is in the platform before I actually stop it. So we're running it on our electric multiple unit again. I don't think we've leveled up. Maybe we have. We'll check at the end of this episode. We got very little XP at the end of the last one because we only really did 2 stops. Right, let's go to handbrake, take the brake off, push V, opening doors, system will remain blocked. Magical. Ooh, there can't be many passengers because it's loading real fast, but we'll check it out before we actually leave. We are heading into Rouen on the way, so that should be interesting. Right, let's pop me over. We're going to switch the direction, and it still says that it cannot find a route, because technically the game still thinks that we're going backwards, and that's why it can't find a route. I'm hoping that they're going to change that so that obviously trains like this, when you can switch cab, which is what drivers would do in the real life instead of trying to find somewhere to turn the train around. If you had access to a train at the other side, you would just jump in there and off you would go. But hopefully as well, there's no issues with when we arrive at Rouen as well, because that could also play a factor. Now, go to company my train. A few people going to Rouen, Maine, and a few people going to London, Maine. We've got 18 hours to get there. That seems a lot, because it doesn't take 18 hours for the real life train to get there. Although the real life train goes a lot faster than 120 kilometers per hour, it must be said. Right, so the game is not playing the game. There we go. Do that. Obviously the GPS is in. Yeah, okay. Right, so I've just planned my own little route there. We'll head off to the right hand side, so we're on the right side of the tracks, and then we'll get going. No fog today, thank God. We should be able to continue at the speed that was intended. So let's get us up to 80. Paris is quite long. The Eiffel Tower is back that way. I wonder if there's any other new sights we can see as we are exiting to the north. That'll be interesting. We sort of came in from the northeast, or basically east. Now we're leaving north and then heading off to the west, but should be all good. There's like a simulated, or they've done a extremely long tunnel to sort of simulate the Eurotunnel that we'll see at some point. Spoiler alert. I'm actually thinking, because it's quite a long straight section of track, I might do a little speed test. Although I already know what the top speed of this train is, because I saw it when I was loading out the train in the depot. So you can't do like 200 odd miles per hour or 180 miles per hour like the real life trains can, which is a shame. But yeah, so it wants me to head over to the right again. I don't think I want to head over to the right. I kind of want to stay. It wants me to head over to the right hand side again. That doesn't make sense. Or does it make sense? Well, it's telling me to go to the right. Yeah, that track is going that way. And it's still telling me to go to the right. And now it's telling me to go to the left. Okay, so we are hopefully on the right track. I think that's where we came in on, over at the right hand side. So now we're going a totally different way. Hopefully all these 4 tracks will possibly merge into one. Right, there's a train been spotted ahead, so let's slow down. Yeah, flashing red light. I don't know where this train is, so I'm going to stop before this section here, and we'll wait for him to pass. That'll be all good. He's on the left for a change. Huh. You're not suicidal like the rest of them. This is a sensible train. Where are you actually going? Occupied track ahead. Yeah, so I can't do anything until he's literally passed. But he's passed now, so I'm just going to go. I dare say I could have just went straight on there, but it does have a red light saying that there's occupied track ahead. So I don't know how that works. I mean, if a train is on the other side, you should be able to pass it. There should be no issue. But it just gives you a fine for that anyways. And I'm actually down on cash, because what I went to do is, when I went to select the electric train, this train we're rolling in now, before the start of the Brussels episode, instead of pushing select, I actually... Fog again? Nah. No way. Really? Surely not. Yeah, instead of pushing select, I actually pushed sell, and I sold it, and then I realised that it wasn't in my inventory, and I was like, oh crap, I need to buy this train again. So I had to buy the train again. But it's all good. We've still got 1.3 million. We've got fog again. Really? Now, I've literally just started recording this straight after doing the last episode. So that means we've had fog in the space of, well, a very short time. Yeah, looks like the fog spawn is broken again. No! I thought they had fixed this. So that means... Yeah, because before so the last episode was about 40 minutes. And then we've got... Oh, wow. So that means I have had 3 sets of fog in less than an hour, because there was really thick fog before I went to start the recording of the Brussels episode. I actually waited for the fog to disappear before starting off, and then fog came in again, The fog cleared up just as we were arriving into Paris. I've been into Paris. I ended the episode. I reversed the train back out, which literally took me less than a minute. And then started this episode, and we've got fog again. So we've had 3 sets of fog in less than an hour. That's pretty bad, actually. Challenging gameplay, yes. Fun, no. It's just going to be foggy all the time. Unless it's some sort of weird coding thing so that it sort of blurts out the scenery, unless the scenery is not finished. Is it purposefully supposed to be foggy like this? Yeah, I had this problem before, and then a patch came out, and then after the patch, it didn't say that they'd done anything to the fog spawn, but I didn't have fog for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 whole episodes. So it seems weird that it's sort of come back with a vengeance again. It seems like the timer for spawning fog might be sort of out of whack. What is the speed? 65. Yeah, it's actually quite frustrating. I find it quite frustrating because I just want to go and look at all the new stuff, and I can't do that because there's fog. I'm going to need 3 passenger boarding as well at Rouen Station, which is just up ahead. The speed limit is 70. Yeah, I want to look at this stuff, but everything has this. Don't get me wrong, it looks really nice. They've done it well, but yeah, it's no fun if you continuously have to run in fog at reduced speed limit. And having fog spawn 3 times in less than an hour is pretty excessive by any game standards. Right. Anywho, the fog is going to be a thing. We know it lasts for a while. It lasted for a while, pretty much the whole way from Brussels to Paris. So it's going to last quite a fair distance as well. Which is really unfortunate because I want to see all the new stuff. Oh well, we'll try and get our passengers there in time. We have told Rouen Main that we are coming in. Push the map. Don't go there, go there. Alright, so slow us down quite a lot actually. We've told Rouen Main that we are headed in. Now we need to find the platform. Where am I going, game? Oh, it's there on the left, and I can't get to the left because there's a crossover there. Oof. I was worried for a second, but we're actually good. That's the platform there. You can see the V right there. You'll see it as we're getting closer. I just caught a glimpse of that and no more. I think we were pretty lucky there. Right, let's see if the train will fit in this platform. Let's reduce the speed. We'll maybe start popping on a bit of breakage soon. There are people on the tracks. Hello, lady, who is extremely eager to get on train. Opening doors, so at least that worked. There we go, couple experience points, some cash money. Unloading passengers, boarding passengers. Right, lady, you're gonna have to move. Because I need to move. It's okay. The 2 of them are sufficiently far enough away. They won't get demolished by the train on the way out. Right, so let's head back onto the main line. We will be absolutely passing around Warehouse. One of the things the game did that really sort of pissed me off in the last episode was that it still makes you go through industries because they're the shortest route. And I don't like that as a sort of game mechanic or function. As I've said many times, going the shortest route is not always the fastest. I mean, is it going to take you a shorter time to walk around Mount Everest, or is it going to take you a shorter time to go up to the top of it and down the other side? Because technically that is the shortest route. Going up the top, go down the other side. It's the quickest way between 2 points. Is always a straight line. But yeah, it's not going to be faster. In fact, you'll probably die trying to get up Mount Everest and then trying to get down the other side. So yeah, I don't like the fact that it still does that. Maybe if I was in a let's go into random industries so that I can lock them for my AI drivers kind of mood, that wouldn't be so bad. But no, not when trying to deliver passengers that are literally running on a time limit. We need to get them done as fast as possible. So let's have a look here. Yep, we've got a fair distance to go. Although this part here should be pretty smooth, and then up through London. And we are good. We're not stopping anywhere else. We will be passing Lille again. We passed Lille on the way in at the other side. I need the fog to go away. That's what I want. That is my biggest problem right now. Now, I could absolutely just run and gun it. I know exactly what the speed limits are just by looking at it. But it looks like they've not cut the speed limit in half this time, because obviously the fog is not that bad. So there's maybe the reason we're getting fog spawn is because there's now different variants of fog, like really thick fog, thin fog, light fog. I think that's maybe what is going on, but at the same time, fog is fog, and you can't run at the full speed limit whilst travelling through fog, so that kind of sucks. And since we've got a super long distance to go, I thought we'd be okay. Now, it looks like the actual fog is gone. As you can see, the sky is clear. We can actually see the sky. The blue, light blue haze or purple haze on everything has sort of disappeared. But the next speed limit is still 40 kilometers per hour, which leads me to believe that the game still thinks that it's there. And if I switch off my fog lights, switch to fog lights, so you may be fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It seems kind of weird. Seems very weird. Right, where am I? What is this? What are we passing through? It's a 120 speed limit coming up, and it will let us go at 95. I'm hoping by the time we pass this next speed limit, right, that it will say 120. The game will realise that there is no more fog, and it'll just let us go. I mean, this is a nice area. We're missing all the scenery, although most things are covered by like this sound barrier that they've got here. These walls that sort of break up sound. Here we go though. We are exiting Paris. Goodbye, Paris. It was nice knowing you. No, still 95. Yep, the game still thinks that there's fog. That's okay though. Let's add a bit more speed. Let's at least get up to 95. In fact, I might just go 100. You know, screw it. It's a beautiful sunny day. Bambi is on the left hand side, so if you just stay there, my friend, you will be perfectly safe. There you go, and he's running away. Okay, let's get the speed up. We are bypassing whatever this industry is on the left hand side, which is nice. And this looks like quite a substantial corner, but I'm pretty sure we can take it at 100. Oh yeah, 110 even. Yeah, keep going. Hey, the fog spawn has disappeared. See, change the lights back to normal running lights, and it's not saying that it's going to give us a fine. And the speed limit just popped up to 110, which is awesome. Now it's at 120. So let's go. Let's run and gun all the way to London. London is the next stop. And I'm pretty sure the real life train stops at Calais. We're not doing that because Calais is slightly off the beaten track. Well, it's off the main line. I suppose I could have went in there, but we're just going to leave it. I'm glad we didn't, because of the fog spawn. We've already lost a little bit of time, even though things went perfectly nicely in Rune Station. This is nice. There's the wind turbines. A common sight for many a train goer nowadays, no matter which country you're in. Ah yes, this is the life. 120 kilometers per hour, free track, no traffic ahead, and you've gone the wrong way. That is actually not too bad, because the game might actually consider my route as a route if I turn the train around. Right, so slow it down, and then I'll jump back into the other side, and then we'll be fine. I didn't even realise there was a junction there. I just sort of looked and I was like, oh, where the hell am I going? Right, so push C, come out of there. And let's start slowing down. There we go. Oops. I think I just accidentally tapped the emergency brake there. The train has taken a little bit of damage. And I think it stopped us. Yeah, too far forward. Okay, that's okay though. Right, now will you give me the correct direction? I'm pretty sure it will. Now, if I go into the map, right, and take this waypoint off, go to my route planner, London Main, and run. Okay, it's still not giving us. No, it's not working for some reason. That's really weird. That's another bug we can add to the list. Right, let's take the reverser off. Let's go. Watch out, animal near track. Yeah, I think I just passed that dude. That was great. I was so happy that we had clear track ahead and that we were sort of motoring on. And then I just looked at the bottom left hand side and I was like, what the hell is this? I noticed that the switch was at red and I was like, oh. That's okay though. Let's just grab us a bit of power. There you go. Back up to 120. We're good. Right, where was that? Oh, I just saw Bambi. Just saw Bambi on the left hand side there. Bambi is safe. Right, pay attention to the switches from now on. Watch this. Fog. Instantly. Because I screwed up. Or we're about to get it like just before London or something. Right, so it wants us to head down this way. I am happy to do so. I have no idea what is on the left hand side there. An industry? Must be. Yeah, it is. That's fine. We've got a hill approaching, so I'm going to add a bit more power because we're going to need it. Yeah, even at 90% power, we're still losing speed going up here. But we're staying above 120. So this is all good. There we go, there's a little village. Is this Amiens? Possibly. I mean, we just passed Amiens Refinery. Alright, let's keep going. Next speed limit is down to 100. Where is that? This corner? This bend? Nope, still says. Nope, keep going. Keep rocking on. As soon as we pass Lille, I'll know we're sort of at the halfway point. Uh-oh, losing speed again. We're going uphill. Power. Alright, give it 100% power. Where's this 100 kilometers per hour speed limit kick in? I don't know, but this is a sufficiently fast section of track, which leads me to believe that there might be a scenario that pops up some point that lets you take a Eurostar or something and head down this section of track. Is this a downhill section? It is. Okay, buy power. You are not requested or needed or required for this section of track because it's downhill. Hey, this is nice. Frame rate is taking an absolute beating. It's just because we're going so fast through the countryside. There still needs to be a little bit more optimization work, but they came out with a patch for the absolute awful performance issue there was at the start of the update. They patched it up pretty good. It just needs a little bit more work so that it is perfect. Push Q to go to the left. Don't go the wrong way again. This is where your 100 kilometer per hour speed limit comes in. Animal near track, but it's okay. Is it okay? No, we're gonna run into animal near track pretty sharpish. Windmill. Love a windmill. Sticking on the right. Okay. 105 kilometers per hour, just over the 100 speed limit. That's okay as well. Over the bridge. It's a nice bridge. Bridge zone. Bambi. There you go. Move, buddy. Oh, he disappeared. I feel bad when they disappear. Yeah, frame rate is not enjoying this high speed trip through the countryside. Is this my 110? Is okay. Let's speed up. Oh, this is cool. The sort of church on the rocks and stuff. That's nice. That's some nice placement of asset work right there. Next speed limit is 110. Can I not go up to 120? Oh, 120 is the next speed limit. Oh well, we're at 120 just now. That'll be fine. And it's holding nicely at 120. Q, stay on the right hand side. There's the 120 speed limit. Excellent. Yeah, so this is a sufficiently fast piece of track. You can keep the speed up above 100 kilometers per hour, which is nice. Get us back up to 120 because we're going uphill here. We are heading back south. Is that an issue? Nah, should be fine. Should be fine. Where am I on the map? Right, so we are heading towards Calais and then across through the Channel Tunnel. That'll be interesting. I would imagine this corner here is going to need me to slow down. It looks pretty steep. Let's have a look outside the old mappage. Oh yes, nice, very nice indeed. Frame rate seems to be substantially better outside. I've never understood why. You know, because there's more things moving on the screen when you're outside than there are when you're in the cabin. I'm gonna go jump back into the cabin for this section. We are heading off to the right hand side. The speed limit does go down to 90. There's a station. Shouldn't be a station. Okay, the station was to the left there. We are heading right, so that is fine. And then back up to 120. Loving it. You are speeding. No, I am not, because the speed limit is 120. Planning for the future here, game, that's all. What's this bridge? Hello, bridge. Uh-huh. We're doing 132, that's slightly faster, and the speed limit goes down to 80 for coming through Cali. That's okay. That is totally fine. And I sort of want to be heading off to the left soon. Let's get up to 80. So I'm staying on the right here, and then I'm moving over to the left. So right, and then left. There we go. Perfect. No trains or anything on the radar, so that is fine. And stay on the right, please. Moving away from Cali now. Next stop should be the Channel Tunnel. I'm surprised that the speed limit is not still 80, but I'm happy to gun it at 120. Even though we're only doing 99. Come on, get the speed up, train. Come on. Just a tiny little hill. You can manage that. Here it is, though. This is it. This is the entrance. Can you see the sea? Can we see the sea? Yeah, I'm gonna slow down a touch. Right. Let's go speed test. We're gonna get a fine for this. Obviously, though, the real Eurostar does not sort of piddle through the Channel Tunnel at 120 kilometers per hour. It goes a lot faster. Now we are on a bend. The train is not going to come off the tracks, I'm pretty sure. I think we're going uphill, which is odd. We're not gaining any more speed. You've been fined 250 quid for speeding. Yeah. It's all good. Right, we're on the straight section. Just make sure there's nothing coming in front of us. I do wonder, if you meet an AI train in here, what do? Because you can't then cross over to the other side, either can the other train, unless the AI is programmed not to come down here. That would make sense. There we go, 150 kilometers per hour. through the Channel Tunnel. I got fined 500 quid so far for speeding. I was kind of hoping this train would do 160. That's okay though, it tried its best. Let's slow down a little bit. This corner, this bend here looks slightly more substantial than the one at the French side. 90. Yeah, we're going back up. And we're back into the safe speed zone again. That was fun though. Yeah, I like this. I like this this Channel Tunnel. It's pretty cool. I was always wondering if they were going to put that in, because it would have been really weird if you'd gone like across land or across a bridge or something. But yeah, it's a nice touch. Watch out, animal near the track. Now we're into the British Bambis. They're also just as crazy as, well, deer are anywhere else. Stepping onto the main road in front of cars is their greatest hobby. Or stepping onto the train tracks in this case. Oh, Bambi. No, don't run in front. Very close to being toast there. Next speed limit is 60. I think that's for an industry. There's quite a few industries that we pass on the way into London. Ooh, not much happening here in the UK. Just lots of farmland. Well, I suppose that's true. Oh, there's it's just rendered out of existence there. Which way are you going here? It's telling me to stay on the right. That's good. Let's do so. So that is London Sawmill. Did not know London had a sawmill. But we're technically still out in the middle of nowhere. Speed limit is 120. Okay. Let's get us up to 120. Are you going to hold at 120? Because you were holding at 115 there. You are until we reach this hill here. Okay, that's fun. Can I even tell London Main? Yes, I can. They are waiting for us. 3 passengers boarding, or disembarking in our case. It's all good. And London's got nice fast track as well. Nice 120, 110 continuously. Oh, there's a red light here. Can I not enter this? Wait, was I seeing things there? Those signals I just passed were at a solid red. No? Maybe I was just imagining things. I'm pretty sure they were. Huh. Okay. I mean, I've not met an AI train since leaving Rouen. Rouen is where we met the last train, was it? And then the fog came on the go. That was fun. Right, up the hill we go. So it wants me to stay on the right hand side for these points, but then switch over. There we go. We're all good. No more diverting down the wrong track for me. Yeah, I would bet quite a few things that there's going to be a Eurostar scenario for this. Again, would love to buy the ICE, TGV, Eurostars. Love to be able to buy them and use them for my own company, if that's a thing that'll maybe pop out later. I mean, one thing I haven't checked on the sort of road map or anything is if maybe potentially later once the game's released and they've done all their DLCs and content, etc., if there perhaps might be modding support. Oh, there's a Bambi there. Woofed. Didn't even see it. I didn't even notice that was on the top right hand side of the screen saying that there was a Bambi on the tracks. Yeah, but if there was modding support and people could mod in different trains and stuff, that would be super cool. Right, we're going up a hill here. Now, I did manage to obviously radio London and tell them we were arriving, so I thought I was pretty close. Maybe we're not that close. Okay, so there's another area to be aware of here, so get ready on the switches. So right hand side for the diamond. As soon as we're past there, yep, we're heading off to the left. The speed limit comes down to 110. No, it doesn't. It stays at 120. The next speed limit is 110. Okay. And then there's another split up here. Okay. So stay on the right hand side for this section and then push over to the left. This is still telling me that I can go around this bend at 120, which I find to be kind of strange because it looks like quite a steep curve. Nah, we're good. Right, we're at London Warehouse, so next stop must be London Main, and the next speed reduction is 80, so we're actually entering into London town, which is nice. Right, so heading around here, that's all good. I'm gonna let the speed just drop. There's the 80. It sort of, once you drop the speed off, it like sort of breaks on its own. It's kind of jarring. It's kind of weird how much speed it literally bleeds off just by removing all the power back down to zero. I see a stadium. What's that supposed to be? Emirates Stadium? No, Emirates is Arsenal, isn't it? Yeah, Emirates is Arsenal. I was thinking the Etihad Stadium it's Man City. Or it's blue. Is it supposed to be Stamford Bridge? What stadium art though? There we go, though we're in London. Oh, there's a dude. It's just it's a picture of a football, or if you're Scottish, a football, or if you're American, a soccer ball. Alright. Ooh, it's windy here. I can see the trees moving in the wind. That would have been true last Friday, when Storm Arwen, or whatever it was, hit. It's pretty bad here. 80, 90, 100 mile per hour winds gusting. There was a lot of carnage and chaos. Not so much up here because we're sort of used to horrific and horrendous weather, but there were some places that did not fare as well. Right, so this is cool. There's a tunnel that goes underneath. Now this is a retrospective of many UK large city station entrances. A lot of them go underground and then they sort of just pop out where the station is. I want to check that bit. No, don't go that way. So the depot is up that hill. Or there's something up that hill. Wait. No, there's a track that goes up there. So I believe that the north of the UK is probably going to be a thing as well. If that track is there going somewhere. Because the actual depots are here just as we come in. And there was also the underground tracks that we saw just as we came in. Alright, so it wants us to head over to the left. And it wants me to head over to the left again. I'm slightly weary about doing that. It's okay. So yeah, I would say that the north of the UK is going to be added in as well. Possibly. Because you can only go as far down as Paris in France. So I think the south of France is going to be coming as well. And they're adding other countries, so it's pretty cool. They've got a lot of stuff in mind for this game. And I really want this game to succeed. It's pretty good. Even in early access stage, it's pretty good. The dev team are really good because they actually listen to the issues that people have in order to try and fix them. Right, I actually see my platform. It's really hard to see in the light, but there it is. Now, obviously trains departing to France and arriving from France do not arrive in London's King's Cross. That says there. They arrive at St Pancras Station, which is basically right next door to King's Cross. But this is actually pretty cool. You actually saw on the way in there, and we'll look at it at the start of the next episode. There's obviously this, which is like the sort of older station, and then there's a little triangle section that sort of goes off at the side, which is pretty cool because that is retrospective of the actual real life station. Company, my train. Yeah, we've got them here in heaps of time. They'll be delighted. They'll be on the phone to their loved ones going, I'm at the station, are you here to pick me up? And they'll be like, oh man, you said your journey was going to take like 18 hours. No. Not when we're at the wheel doing 150 kilometers per hour through the Channel Tunnel. None of this piddly 120 kilometers per hour. I'd actually love a 200 kilometer per hour, or at least 180 kilometer per hour train. But there we go. We have made it. The passengers have been delivered. Only one mishap on the way when I wasn't paying attention, but we still made it in plenty of time. And it's a lot of fun. I'm loving the new scenery. I really do like King's Cross. It's not magnificently picture perfectly detailed, but it's good. It's good enough. It's an early access game. In fact, even if they didn't touch this again, I wouldn't care because I'm actually super happy with the way this looks. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll head back. We shall head back to, I think we'll go to Calais and Lille. Because I've not unlocked them yet. So we'll probably head that way and then we'll start running a bit of freight. Bit of freight around Belgium and France, maybe heading back through the Channel Tunnel to London. There seems to be a couple of industries here. Steel mill, sawmill, pump jack. There's the London pump jack is probably going to be a fracking site. There are a couple of small fracking sites around London. London warehouse, London power plant. And then we can pop over here and deliver the stuff. Excellent. So that was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to going back towards France. But yeah, pretty impressed with what they've done. The frame rate seems a hell of a lot better than it was before. So I think we can continue the exploration as I was just saying. And I am looking forward to this was a nice little route. It's very cool. And I'm hoping that they expand a bit more on the UK. That would be kind of cool as well. But that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you would like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. But I've been Danny Man, this has been Train Life, and I will catch you later.